So we actually got a banger with us. A real banger. Now, DFE Buuhan, I've already read his kit. I went over it a little bit. I studied it. I, looked over it. And he does seem to be one of the best, if not number one, number two. I think he's only behind Lord Beerus. But he is really formidable. I think it'll be we have to see him in game, but I mean he's definitely better than Slug and Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku 100%. So this is his stats right here. Power. Oh yeah, I'm gonna read his leader skill in a second. But he actually has the same name as the Int Buu, which could be concerning because, like, imagine he gets a super easy 8 celebration. They're not gonna be able to link together. So that's sort of he does have like a transfer or a transformation. So I guess, right? I don't know. And a domain. So this is his leader skill right here. Power absorption or transformation boost category key +3. HP attack and defense 170% plus an additional HP attack and defense 30% for characters who also belong in the artificial life forms or uncontrollable power category. Which is amazing. Look at his link set, by the way. Majin, Big Bad Bosses, Metamorphosis, Shocking Speed, Fear and Faith, The Wall Standing Tall, Fierce Battle. Immaculate. That's just simply immaculate right there. Oh, these are his teams. Control power. Yep. Oh, demonic power. Hey. Okay, so he's on Lord Slug's team as well as Broly's and Broly's uncontrollable power. This is really good. This is a really good buff, bro. And he's Big Bad Bosses too. Like, it can't get much better than this right here. So his super attack effect is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy. Standard. All right, let's read bro's kit, right? Key +2 and attack and defense 200%, guards all attacks, plus an additional attack and defense 58% when attacking, plus an additional attack and defense 100% and high chance of performing a critical hit for 6 turns from start of battle. So this is not like a intro. He doesn't have an intro, or he doesn't have an intro buff. I mean, this is basically his intro buff, the 100% attack and defense and high chance of critting for 6 turns. That's basically his intro buff, but there's no conditions, right? So just watch out for that. High chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, and launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack starting from the 7th turn from start of battle. So after those 6 turns have elapsed, okay, 6 turns from start of battle. Yeah, start of battle. So after turn 6, right, he'll get this buff starting from the 7th. So you're pretty much never going to really see this unless you're going against Bulma's event. Or, I mean, in some cases, I guess Goku and Frieza. Like, yeah, Goku and Frieza, like, he'll definitely get, past turn 6, turn 7. But around turn 9 and 10 is when you finish the fight with Goku and Frieza most often. Unless you're running, like, a powerful team, like Beast Gohan or Double Beast Gohan or something like that. So we'll probably most likely see this in a couple of hard difficult events. Not in Tech Gogeta's event. Definitely not in Janemba's event. But it is what it is, right? Plus an additional attacking chance of performing a critical hit plus 50%. And extreme class allies key +2 and attacking defense 50% when there's another power absorption or transformation boost category ally attacking in the same turn. That right there, when I read that, that's when it was like, oh yeah, he's great. At this point, like when I first read his kit, because this is not my first reaction, right? I already read it. This is where I'm like, bro, he's actually contending with Slug at this point, right? And I'm like, bro, we still got more. And he has a transformation. And he has a domain. And he's already looking like he's competing with Slug, because that support is just too good, especially with extreme characters. And he's Big Bad Bosses with all of these stats everywhere. So he's going to... Bro, immediately off the gates, he has 300% attacking defense, 58% attacking defense when attacking, and he's supporting. And it's not excluding himself, right? Like that attacking defense 50% is actually on top of the 58% and a 100% and a 200%. So his stats is already looking amazing with Big Bad Bosses and the good links. Yeah, he's already good, right? Now it says the more HP remaining when the character receives an attack for the first time in turn, the greater the additional defense boost will Oh, the greater the additional defense boost received within the turn up to 150%. So let's say you start the turn off at 70% HP. Back then, characters would be locked into that 70% HP. But now it's, you can grab orbs, you can heal, or you can, like, if they're not attacking, or if you dodge, right, the first couple of attacks, right, and then you do a super attack, you get some more healing, and then now you're at 90% HP. That's when the additional defense will proc, when he gets hit. So that's pretty good, right? It's not start of turn. It's actually when he gets hit. But that also comes at a disservice as well. Let's say you get hit by a super attack, right? And then you have him in slot 2. And instead of it being start of turn, you were at full health and now you're at 50% health. Now when he gets hit, right, it'll only give you, I don't know, a specific amount of defense. It doesn't necessarily tell you. But it will be cut off. So it's a blessing and a curse. So I don't know. But this is a really good base kit. Remember, he transforms, right? This is not it. So this is his domain, right? We'll get into how you transform him in a second, but I do want to read off his domain first. So power absorption or transformation boost category enemies and allies attack and defense 15%. Majin Buu Saga category enemies and allies attack and defense 15%. Man, I must tell you, this is one broken ass domain. I'm just going to be completely blunt. This is a broken domain. This is one of those domains that's just flat out ridiculous, especially because the unit in question normally has support. So here's the thing though. Now, what I was previously thinking was, yeah, you domain him, right, and he's still supporting, so he's overall giving a lot of support. But no, when he transforms, he turns into, well, he's still going to support greatly, immensely, which is weird. I don't know. He's just all around solid, right? This is card art right here. Let's read his transformation condition. Let me find it real quick. So his domain can be activated when all allies attacking in the same turn are power absorption category characters, or starting from the 6th turn from start of battle. So he creates the domain inside Majin Buu and transfers the character's consciousness inwards for 3 turns. That might be a little misleading. The 3 turns actually mean 2 turns. It's only 2 rotations you can have them, especially if you don't, rotate them off. So, you transform him, you have him that turn, and then you'll have him the next turn. It's the same way with UI Goku's domain. I'm pretty sure he reverts back to normal as well, like Zamasu. At least with UI Goku, I mean, he doesn't revert back to UI Sign. He stays in UI Goku, perfected Ultra Instinct. And he just doesn't dodge as often, right? He doesn't have guaranteed dodge. That's the only thing that changes, and the domain buffs will wear off. But, after this, it wears out, and he reverts back to Buuhan. So just keep that in mind. It's just like LR Tech Zamasu. Now, here's the funny thing about his 12 key, right? His 12 key now is massively raises attack and causes immense damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. So, like, let's say you're going against Gogeta, or let's say you're going against Janemba. You're going to immediately want to use this. Or Goku and Frieza. You're going to immediately want to use it. Dude, honestly, you're going to immediately want to use this all the time. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not going to lie. You're going to want to use this almost damn near always immediately. There's no reason to, like, save it. And a lot of people are thinking about, oh, but, domain boo-hoo. Like, oh, it's going to clash with Slug. No. Slug has an intro domain. This is a passive domain, right? So it's different. You can like when it's an intro domain, you can actually proc your own domain, like a passive domain. So like he'll get his intro buff, right? Lord Slug will get his intro, his domain will pop up. And then let's say you get him Buuhan right on turn 1 as well. You can use that and he'll get his intro buff, but his domain will leave, and now Buuhan will be in his little domain, or whatever they want to call it. I'm pretty sure it's called a domain or terrain or something like that. So, yeah, this is quite formidable, especially on that power absorption team. It's going to be ridiculous. But turn 6 is a decent alternative. It's not the best, it's not the worst. I really wish it could have been like a turn 4 thing, because Janemba also has a turn 6 protective mechanic. This is not really a protection mechanic. Let's read his kit. So, Demonic Maze. Key +6 in attack and defense 300%, plus an additional attack 100% when attacking. Reduces damage received by 70%. Changes AJO key spheres to tech key spheres. And here's the kicker. Plus an additional defense 40% when receiving an attack. And chance of performing a critical hit plus 5% per key sphere obtained. Yeah. Launches an additional super attack with 3 or more key spheres obtained. And launches another additional super attack with 6 or more key spheres obtained. And if you're going against a fuse fighter, you get another additional super attack. Clap it up. Let's give it a round of applause for the goatness right here. Because he's changing orbs, right? And on top of changing orbs, he's got multiple supers, which we went over. He is doing massively raises. He's just stacking. So when you revert back to Buuhan, Buuhan is going to be tearing shit up too. This is an overall 10 out of 10 unit. I mean, like I said, he's only comparable to Beerus. Beerus is the only TUR comparable to this. Like, he destroys Slug. He mollywops Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. Even though Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku is going to be effective for a long time, right? I don't know. I have sort of been like, even though he might not be good in the Goku and Frieza event, I have sort of like buttered up to him a little bit. I must admit, like he's really good, right? He's phenomenal because just being defensively great immediately, that's always and forever going to be a good thing, right? The thing with this Buuhan is he's not a slot 1er, but he'll definitely be a solid slot 2 with the support. I mean, he looks good. He looks like an overall solid unit, and if you can get that domain out immediately, like, he'll be wrecking stuff. Now we just need that LR Kid Buu, who's the best tanker in the game, right? The healer, he's the best healer, he's the best tanker, he's got a stacked offensive kit. We just need our all-star LR Kid Buu because they've been making us for a long time, making us wait for a long time. Maybe we'll get like a Go Tanks. My 3 speculations is Go Tanks, Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks, Buu, LR Kid Buu, or Super Vegito. Those are the 3 I want the most. But the one I'm actually expecting is Super Vegito. No. It's up for debate. They might go like the Go Tanks route. They might give us Go Tanks. Or like, I don't know. I just feel like they're not gonna give us an LR villain. Like, they're not gonna just keep giving us extreme good units, right? I just don't believe, right? I'm not a believer. I'm not. I must admit, like, there's no way they're gonna make. I hope they do, though. I would hate for it to be LR Kid Buu and Super Vegito. I actually want that to be like an anniversary duo, so like I don't feel like I'm wasting my stones before anniversary. But I'm telling you now, I'm gonna summon. There's nothing I can't. Like, this is one of those times where I can't even tell you like, oh, don't summon. Like, I already know what they're gearing up for, and you know it's gonna be a Majin Buu celebration and like Super Gogeta celebration. It's probably gonna be Super Saiyan Gogeta, Super Saiyan Vegito versus LR Kid Buu LR and Janemba LR. That's my final votes at this point. Yeah, that's my final point. That's my final vote at this point. I think they're gonna go the full distance with this. I think they're trying to prepare us to have extreme fun with 10th year anniversary, or it might be like GT. So who knows? But for Christmas Carnival, hopefully